It's going to be Mick Parkin versus Caio Machado. Mick Parkin, and this is going to be a heavyweight fight. Mick Parkin, 7-0, 5-0 in his last five. He's coming off of that decision victory over Jamal Pogues. He is 20 years old. He's fighting against Caio Machado, 8-1-1, 5-0 in his last five. Coming off of that decision victory in the Contender Series. He is 29 years old, and they're both about the same height and both similar reaches as well. Fight odds for this one was really surprising for the odds when I looked at it. Right now, Mick Parkin is a minus 330 right now, and he opened up at a minus 250. So there was some action already that was played on Mick Parkin as far as the favorite, and people have pushed him all the way to a 3-1 favorite at this point. Gerard, I'll let you start the breakdown for this heavyweight. Hopefully it's a banger, but I don't think so. I'll let you start off with this breakdown right here. What do you think about this fight between Mick Parkin and Caio Machado here?
This fight, Mick Parkin, I'm probably leaning Mick Parkin here, but I think the odds should be closer in this heavyweight fight because Caio throws some wild swinging shots with a lot of power. But to me, Mick Parkin is the more technical and poised fighter here. So he has the cleaner, tighter strikes and not like throwing wild punches. And he's pretty well rounded. He has decent wrestling. Um, mainly for this fight, I'll go with the more patient and poised fighter in this one. Even though it's heavyweights, but I think Mick Parkin's just the better pick here. But the odds aren't that great, in all honesty here. But Machado, he could catch Parkin here, but we've seen time and time again, Parkin can take punches and still survive and even win a decision after that. So we've seen Parkin's resilience, and he stays composed. So I'll go with the Tom Aspinall team train here with Mick Parkin, and they'll continue getting dubs here. So my pick here is Mick Parkin. Uh, about low to medium confidence here.
Yeah, Tom Aspinall is a good guy to have attached to your name right now. So he's the hot new thing in the UFC, and that is something that's pretty good. Now, I mean, Mick Parkin he doesn't have the movement, obviously, of Tom Aspinall. He's a big 265er, legit heavyweight, solid striking and pace for his size, though. So he's not like one of those just like lumbering people who can't do anything. He does have decent 1-2, can dirty box and clinches, and really can hold people up against the cage. I think that's the best thing that he probably does. He uses all 265 pounds of him to hold people against the cage and clinch on you and just wear you down and neutralize your offense and slows the fight down to fight at his preferred pace. He does have solid jiu-jitsu. He'll also hunt for subs. When he does get openings and just kind of drags you down into the ground in clinch situations, he can throw up some subs. I mean, I think he's shown to do that throughout his career. Kyle, I mean, smaller 250-pound heavyweight relies on more so like the quickness and cardio to outpace bigger heavyweights. I think he does have good range and volume and footwork for a heavyweight though. But I also think that Mick is not a slouch in those areas either, right? So while he does have, decent clinch work, takedowns, jujitsu, I feel like Mick is probably better than him in like all areas, maybe except for like just pure power. I think Kyle probably throws just a bit harder, but Mick is the more technical fighter here. He's going to have more areas to win. I also feel like he can just most likely hold this guy up against the cage for 15 minutes and just control him. So I'm going Mick by decision here as far as my pick, but I'm most likely staying away from this because, like you mentioned, the odds right now, Mick Parkin's on minus 330. I think I'll pass on that. I think I'm good on playing a fight. especially as it's going to be a very volatile heavyweight matchup, in my opinion. Could turn out to be pretty volatile. Like it could be a split decision for all we know. And right now the props haven't really even dropped yet. I think that when the props do potentially drop, we might see like an over 1.5. Hopefully, that might be a good play, but I feel like they might just do this as like over one, like over 2.5, because I think right now there is a one round line that dropped on my bookie, and which is also one of our affiliates, and is over 2.5 at -135 right now. So yeah, I don't think we're gonna get the over 1.5, unfortunately. So I think Mick by decision is gonna be my pick, but once again, probably staying away from this and saving my units for other fights on this card.